Hello, my name is Joseph Lee and this is the YLOG Lesson 5 worksheet. The first page is on addition, as you can see, and it's asking us to solve the equation. So for number 1, it's asking us to add 5 plus 8. Now, a lot of you probably already know that's 13, but to see how we get there, let's do a little splitting up. Now, 8 is just 5 plus 3, and if you're wondering why we split it up into 5 plus 3, it's because that 5 plus 5, it adds to an easy number, which is 10, and we can just add 3 to 10 to get 13. And you can see that 3 just replaces 0, making it 13, and that's why 10 is regarded as an easily added number. Let's move on to 6. Now 6, we can sort of approach it like this problem, but in a bit different way. Instead of splitting the numbers, we can act like they're already split. So let's reverse that and unsplit it or combine them by adding 1 plus 2, which is 3, and then adding 15 to the 3, giving us our answer, which is 18. Alright, let's move on to problem 13, which is 35 plus 40. Now, we can do another method that is separate from this, and that's just writing it in vertical form. This makes it easier to add since we just have to add the numbers that are in the same column. So 4 plus 3 we know is 7, and 0 plus 5 is simply just 5. So our answer to 35 plus 40 is 75. Let's move on to page 2. Now page 2 is on subtraction and it's asking us the same thing to solve the equation. Let's try number 4. Now we can also do a little bit of mental math and just say that this is 2, but if you didn't know that, we can just visualize it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 circles, and then crossing out 6 of them, leaving us with 2 circles. Let's try number 12, 53 minus 22. Now, this might seem a little scary at first, but we can organize it in a way that doesn't make it scary. And if we organize it like this, we can do pretty much a much simpler math to get the same result. Now, we're just subtracting 5 minus 2 and 3 minus 2. So 5 minus 2 is 3, and 3 minus 2 is 1. And if we combine these, we get 31, which is our answer to this equation. Let's move on to page 3. Now page 3 is all about measurement. It's asking us to measure each object. Let's try measuring this one, the paperclip or the pin. Now if you can draw an imaginary line here, you can kind of see that the pin is 2 millimeters, and that means we just put 2 here, right? Wrong. It's actually because this is centimeters and this is millimeters, we have to write this in decimal form. So since this is 2 millimeters, we write it as 0.2 centimeters because 0.2 centimeters is equal to 2 millimeters. Let's try the toothbrush. Now, if we again draw an imaginary line, we'd see that this line connects with the line that lines up with 8. So again, we don't just put 8 here, but instead we put 0.8 because of the units. The units are very important and always look out for these. If you're wondering why it's 0.8 centimeters, that's because 1 millimeter is equal to 0.1 centimeters. So if we have 8 millimeters, that means we have 0.8 centimeters. Let's move on to page 4, which are word problems. Let's do number 2 and number 4. Allison saw 9 powerboats at the starting point, and 3 powerboats went away to further regions. How many powerboats are left? Now, let's start off with writing down the important information. So we have now 9 powerboats Allison saw. at the starting point, and 3 power boats that went away to further regions. And this is the key word. They went away, meaning that we're subtracting. And you can also tell this by the question here that's asking us how many are left. So by just subtracting 9 minus 3, which is 6, we get our answer, which is 6 power boats were left. 6 power boats were left after Allison saw the 3 went away. Let's do number 4. Peter and Hannah collect buttons. There are 16 red buttons, 4 yellow-blue buttons, and 5 blue buttons, and 3 black buttons. How many buttons did they collect in total? Now, in total means that this is going to be an addition problem. So we just simply add 16 plus 4 plus 5 plus 3. And these numbers, if you're wondering where I got them, are from the word problem. 16, 16, 4, 4, 5, 5, and 3, and 3. How many buttons did they collect in total? You can simply just add them. And we can first add 16 plus 4, which is 20. And then add 5 plus 3, which is 8. And then add these two numbers together, which we get 28 buttons in total. Thank you for listening.